Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my Living Consciously videos. I'm continuing today with the work of Masaru Emoto. He is known in the field as a water scientist, but he has been rejected. His work has been rejected by the uh, scientific community because they didn't feel he was he followed the scientific method. So, which you need a control group for that. And I don't know how his work could possibly follow the scientific method because he did 10,000 experiments with crystals, water crystals. And today I just wanted to emphasize the effects of the water crystals on our body. So, effectively, um, the last week was the hidden messages of water, the hidden messages in water. Today is the true power of water, HADO, healing and discovering ourselves. I know that the title is reversed when I show it to you. I haven't figured out how to uh, do it otherwise, except to maybe take it to video store and or copy store and get the image reversed. But for what he did, the for me, the importance of his work is immeasurable because effectively our bodies are 70% water, and we do not have the ability to take uh, and indiscriminately do I should say we do have the ability to take every single thing we learn and indiscriminately do whatever we want with that. We have free will. We act according to that free will. And if that free will leads us to completely harm ourselves, so be it. That's our choice. We have that type of ability. We're the only one of God's creations that says no, that can say no to God. So effectively, just know that you are, um, if you can see the value in this work, follow up, buy the books, or at the very least, take them out of the library and see what they are. I'm going to just give you a couple examples of what this work has done. And for example, this page here, this crystal was the crystal that appeared when Emoto said happiness, or the word happiness was written underneath the crystal that was being photographed. This one, by the same token, underneath it was the word unhappiness. And you can see that it is partially formed, but not nearly as beautiful and bountiful as the one that said happiness. Unhappiness looked like it was trying very hard to become a whole crystal, but a whole portion of it is missing. By the same token, this same thing happened with the word well done. Look at the top of it that has such a gorgeous crystal, and then look at the bottom when it when the message said no good. It doesn't even come close to the glory of the crystal at the top. In fact, it almost looks like a part of a moon with a sphere in it. So it looks malformed. This other portion that I wanted to share with you next absolutely amazed me because so far, most of what he had was being shown as a direct result of what was being said to the human. Then he started testing inanimate objects and to see how they would respond. And what he did was he put two vials, two like glass jars of rice on the counter. One vial or jar, he continuously said to it um, that a disparaging word like "you fool," and to the other one he said "thank you." And this went on for 2 to 3 weeks. This was the result, and this will astonish you. Look at the vial that is yellow. That has that's the one that continuously had the word "thank you" hurled at it. Then look at the other one that is black, and that's the one that had "you fool." So, and again, is "you fool" that damaging? Apparently it is. So it just goes to show you how our cells react to disparaging words. I know myself from having been in a place at times where a lot of disparaging words were hurled at me. And I know how damaging that was. I know how awful I felt. So effectively, I know that that words can absolutely I didn't have any scientific basis, but I know energetically how I felt. And this is people hurtle disparaging words indiscriminately without even stopping to think of the possibility of permanently damaging someone. Um, we've also heard about the power of prayer. And this next group that I'm going to show you is amazing because this was uh, a, this the water that was photographed was water that came from the Fujiwara Dam. And the one at the top is where it wasn't, it was the water exactly as it photographed prior to prayer. And then the picture on the bottom was the water that after uh, people prayed for it. So the huge difference in appearance. And this is what that looks like. This at the top is the water in the Fujiwara Dam in Japan, exactly as it came out. This is what it photographed after it was prayed on. So it almost went crystalline and it almost went pure from being very damaging. And this figure here is replicated over and over and over, or some version of it is replicated over and over and over for every single time that anybody has had a, a very kind of damaging, discouraging, or ugly word um, hurtled at somebody else. The next one I'm going to show you is going to take your breath away because effectively it's water that was just subjected to microwave. And I don't think there's a house in the United States, probably, that doesn't have a microwave in it, or I should say, very few homes that don't have microwaves in them. It's just a common tool that we use and a common tool that we rely on for just a quick fix. This is what the water looked like after it came out of the microwave. Again, very distorted, very ugly, and had no sense of crystalline space, no sense of crystalline formation. And it almost looked just as bad as anything that that the most negative thing. However, they did something too. They taped the word love and gratitude over the food that was served, put in the microwave. And this is the crystal that showed up with that love and gratitude taped over the food. So I took it from that if that can change that dramatically, um, the water that was treated in the microwave can change that dramatically from a really malformed, ugly blob to a crystalline form. That if I say a prayer over the food that goes into the microwave, it should have a similar effect. I came to that conclusion myself because I know the microwave is a tool of convenience that most people are not willing to give up. And I feel that this is a way of counteracting that. So please do consider that. And for today, there are many other examples in this book. I'm not going to go over them, but I do encourage you to get a copy of the Hidden Messages in Water, or a copy of that's Hidden Messages in Water, or a copy of The True Power of Water, HADO, the Healing and Discovering Ourself. We I just wanted to end with a little story that I had that happened to me, or I should say I was part of, when I was a first grade teacher. My second year of teaching, I was given a class that was handpicked for me. I had the principal's daughter, I had the supervising principal's daughter, I had the elementary school principal's daughter, I had the sixth grade, or I'm sorry, the phys ed teacher's son, and the sixth grade English teacher's son. So it was a class that, in every respect, someone excelled at something. And at the end of the year, I was very fortunate because I had a helper. Um, and so she came in, I think, 3 times a week to help me with the students and help me with special projects and everything. And so I wanted to do a little graduation ceremony for them as they went up to second grade. And so I thought I would just fashion these gold ribbons with best in, and choose, select what each child was best in. I came to the last child and I could not think of a single thing that that child excelled in. It was just ordinary in everything. But something came to mind. Best smile. So that's what he was best in. And I never forgot how proud the gym teacher, uh, the man who was the gym teacher, came up to me afterwards and said how his son was ecstatic over the fact that he received Best Athlete, which obviously having a father as a gym teacher was very important to the child. So, anyway, this is again another one of my attempts to share with you the power of positive thinking. I can't specify enough in enough ways. I'm just trying to find every single way I possibly can to effectively bring that message across. And one of the best ways for you to start your day will be to start with the meditations and own your power day by day. Again, spirit guided meditations. You read 2 pages a day. If you have any questions about my work or want to check me out further, www.alicia, ALICJA, jones.com will get you to my website. If you forget how to spell that, just go Alice Jones Psychic and it'll take you to the same place. I bid you adieu. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It looks like it's going to be 80 degrees the next 2 days in Virginia. Very grateful for that. And a wonderful Mother's Day. I will not be online next week, Friday, because I'll be heading to New York to celebrate Mother's Day with both of my children. And so I will see you in 2 weeks and just wish you the best possible weekend that you can have. Thank you so much for your attention and for being here.